always attested to the fact that when you look at how the Zimbabwean government does things, they are very, very highly predictable. As predicted, the Emerson Mnangagwa regime has decided to declare a state of emergency following the fire that broke out at Glenview, destroying a lot of property, especially belonging to small and medium enterprises. And the question is, will this money go to the affected victims, or this is just another grand looting scheme that is taking place in Zimbabwe? If you look at these fires, there have been a lot of fires, a state of emergency being declared by the very same government, taking into consideration that there are corrupt elements around this government. Is this in isolation? This and more would be unpacked on this live broadcast. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Pani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So, Glenview 8 fire victims. We expect them, we anticipate them to receive something following the government of Emerson Mnangagwa through the Minister of Local Government declaring a state of emergency. But the question lies, is this declaration meant to benefit the people of Zimbabwe, or this is a grand looting scheme that is carefully orchestrated by a group of people called Ziganandas, with the mentality of actually siphoning the state resources? I think all cards remains open in terms of predicting this matter. It was expected that such an attitude would be done following that fire incident, and I think we have investigations. The government of the day haven't even been worried to actually unearth as to what exactly is causing these fires, that they will, after some time, a state of emergency would be declared. Someone would be given a tender to actually rebuild the place that has been affected by the fire victims. I can attest to you that I do not foresee a scenario whereby the government of the day will actually compensate, especially the victims. This is meant to give someone a tender, and they are going to give each other these tenders to actually and rebuild something. The only thing that the victims maybe may get, it is to get their stand back, but also there is high probability that they may, some of them, not get their stands back, because there will be registrations, requirements to prove that indeed they will make it so difficult for the victims to actually prove in order to benefit from this declared state of emergency. As I repeated, we saw fires of the similar nature at Unity Village in Bulawayo. I think up to today, that place has not been reconstructed by the government of the day. What does this speak? But in Harare, we've seen two places so far that I know that I've been following. First, it was Mbare Msika. That place was, ravaged by the fire, and at the end of the day, we saw the government declaring a state of emergency. We saw the place being rebuilt again. I'm not so sure about the victims benefiting. I'm yet to find out whether the victims were really compensated, but what we saw the place being rebuilt. So someone scored a tender there, and most probably that tender may have been highly inflated, not equated to the development that we saw being exposed to the people. That is how actually these African governments loot from the public coffers. They will create a situation and then the leader will declare a state of emergency. After the declaration of the state of emergency, resources are pulled together, because if there is a state of emergency, you are simply calling for help. And we know the government, that when you are calling for help as the government, the first help comes from the government itself. So you would see the resources being pulled together, put together, and then someone receiving those resources to implement the development in an affected area. So this is what exactly we have predicted, and this is what is happening. Investigations should be done on who exactly will score this tender, which company will actually be awarded this tender. A lot of tenders are being issued in Zimbabwe. It's just that people are not paying attention. You'll remember there is a story which I did recently about there is this curriculum that is being introduced. It's called heritage curriculum. They decided to abort the Dr. Lazarus, I've forgotten his name. Curriculum. There is a new curriculum now, and it is said that the company that is printing all the books which has been given tender belongs to Scott Sakopani. And that company, if you look at it, it is supposed to print about more than 1 million books. And these books, they do not even involve schools to actually scrutinize on whether they are proper for the education purposes of children. So this is serious disaster. These people just want to get as much as possible money from the state coffers to appear to be doing something as mediocre as it is, not even following normal norms. You will see even the tender that would be issued on this declared state of emergency, it would not be publicized. Remember, the moment Mnangagwa decided to create a secretive Mutapa investment fund, and a lot of people did raise that alarm. And remember what the statute said, that whatever they do there, they secretly do it. The tenders would not be revealed to the members of the public, because they know they are looting, they know they will be actually spending millions, and the more the people hears this, the people are bound to actually rise against the state. So they are playing their games secretly. A lot of tenders are being issued, and highly inflated tenders, in the name of assisting the people, and the assistance is not reaching even to the people. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we film live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the subscribe plus button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. After having pressed subscribe, there is an option of subscribe plus button. You can press it and become a member of this channel, or send us stars. Also to remember to visit our channel on X, formerly Twitter, as well as Facebook. We are Hlonipani Global News. Thank you very much once again. Let me leave you and love you. Let's meet on the other side of the line.